ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. A Tier 1 soccer clash in the CONCACAF Nations League happening tonight right here in the 242. Team Bahamas also in competition tonight on the road in St. Kitts against the British Virgin Islands. Now, the best seat in the house for all these matches is the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, and that's where we find our Amajal Knowles.
Good evening, Johnny, and good evening, Bahamas. We are live here at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, where in a matter of hours, the venue will play host to a major CONCACAF League of Nations matchup between Haiti and Costa Rica. Now, as noted in yesterday's sportscast, the initial matchup was supposed to take place in Haiti, but due to some political unrest in the country, CONCACAF officials elected to have the game here in the Bahamas. Now, at yesterday's practice session, we spoke with players from the Haitian national team as well as officials, and in their minds they are just hoping that tonight's game can be used as a temporary escape and put some smiles on the faces of some people that desperately need them.
You know, right now we're in a tough position, like the coach said, because of the two games that we've played before, and the result wasn't what we wanted, but it happens. So hopefully we get a better result. We hope that, you know, everybody comes to support us. You know, we're supposed to have this game in Haiti, but you guys know what's going on right now. So we as a country, we're going through a tough situation right now. And we'll be happy to see, you know, every Haitian that can make the game.
And the Haitian striker also offered up these words to victims affected by Hurricane Dorian.
Everybody that was affected by that, you know, we praying for them, and hopefully they're in a better situation right now. You know, something that happened, that always happened like that, you know, it's never a good thing to see, because, you know, you want to help, you want to do what you can. So I hope that they get in the help that they need, and that everybody is reaching out to them.
Now tonight's matchup, not the only soccer game being played. The 242 also in action, as the Bahamas' men's and national soccer team is currently in St. Kitts taking on the British Virgin Islands. Certainly a lot of soccer to be played tonight. Johnny, back to you in studio.
Well, we move now to the Province Volleyball Association. They were on court last night at the Donald Davis Gym. It was an early night for the Panthers. They remained unbeaten on the season, clawing past the Lady Techs in a three-set match, 25-14, 25-11, and 25-21.
There were some good things, and in particular, Brittany, I think she hit well from backcourt, and that is something that we're going to need as we go forward in the season. But generally speaking, I think we did a pretty good job. Our serving was pretty good. There's some minor things we need to brush up on.
Most of what our problem was the passing, serve, receive. From what I saw, everything else was working okay, but communication as well. It's a very physical sport, so we'll take that away. But based on the skill level, I think the teams were evenly matched. One was just more prepared than the other.
It comes down to a winner-take-all Game 5 tonight to decide a first-time champion in the WNBA Finals. Connecticut Sun will need another big game from the Bahamian Beast, Jonquel Jones, if they want to take the title home and celebrate on the Washington Mystics' home floor.
I think we always knew that we could do this. I think we were in a tough situation with the single elimination games. I think just in a single elimination game, sometimes things don't bounce your way, and things don't go your way. And so, you know, you lose one game and you're out. But we knew that we were a team that were able to do this. And we're not shocked to be here. We're excited to be here. We understand that we're one game away from accomplishing our dreams and accomplishing the things that we know that we can do. We were the kids in the driveway, like Coach was saying, shooting up shots and saying it's a game. We're not saying it was Game 7. In this case, a Game 5. So it means a lot. We understand that we have a lot of work to do, but at the end of the day, it's really good to just sit in the moment and realize where you are, and then worry about that when the game day comes as well. It's awesome.
In NBA preseason action tonight, the 242 on full display. Buddy Hield and the Sacramento Kings taking on DeAndre Ayton and the Phoenix Suns.
You know, we just got to keep growing and keep getting better, figure out how to play, figure out the spacing. You know, if it's preseason, nothing is going to be how it's going to transform the game, but you want to, get as close as game-like form as we can. I think we're doing a great job getting in the right spots, but we just gotta find a way to get that continuity going and get that ball flowing. But it's 2 games in. We're just looking ahead into the season and taking practice by practice, day by day, and watching film by film.
It's a lot of pieces, a lot of firepower, and I'm just locked in and ready to go.
Well, we can tell you preseason basketball actions going on here at home. The place to be the next couple of days is the Gateway Gym in Bimini. Our Jay Philippe is there, and he joins us with the latest.
Yes, this is day 1 of the Grathens Sugar Rubens D1 preseason basketball tournament here on the island of Bimini. Again, a number of teams from Grand Bahama, Abaco, New Providence, and also Bimini here represent. We have 6 teams preparing to play in this year's tournament. Game 1 is expected to start in about 20 minutes. The Avengers out of Abaco will be taking on the Regulators out of New Providence, followed by GB Shipyard MSC taking on another team out of Bimini. Again, this is the first year of this tournament. It's in reference to Sugar Rubens, who died last year. And again, a lot of good teams have taken part in this year's tournament. Some really good basketball players. This is a feel-good story for Abaco as well, too, and also Grand Mama. Both teams recently was devastated by Hurricane Dorian, but they still managed to put together teams to take part in this tournament. I have with me the president of the Bimini Sports Council, Mr. Dexter Roll, and he's here to talk about the tournament. He's been around basketball in Bimini for years. So Dexter, what does this mean for the island of Bimini to have such an elaborate preseason basketball tournament with the top teams?
Well, it's really important for us to do this. Grathens Sugar Rubens was a real icon here in Bimini as a sports person. He did a lot for the young people in Bimini. The kids loved him and adore him, and he's really a missing in this island. The kids, they're still crying over him. They still cry for him because of his passing and all that. And so we wanted to just get up and running and get something that the kids and all that are part of this island could be a part of in remembrance of him. And it's just so happened that the timing of this is so great because we wanted to involve Grand Bahama and Abaco, and because of the hurricane, there was little distraction and what have you, but we were able to still pull it off, and so we are so glad that Abaco and Grand Bahama could be a part of this tournament because we want to really bring some normalcy back inside of their lives, and whatever we do, whatever we raise from this as funds, we want to be able to give it to the hurricane relief and in some area of sports that they can be able to rebuild in Grand Bahama and in Abaco. We have been spared from the hurricane, and so it's a blessing for us to be in a position where we can be able to help those that have been affected. So we're going to do it through sports. We know that sports is a medium. It brings people together. Sports is a time when we can come together, we can fight, we can cry, we can laugh, and at the end of the day, we can have a great time. And so we just thank God for the opportunity that He's given us, to put this up. We intend to have it annually and to make it bigger and better every year. We're so glad and grateful for you guys to be here, ZNS, because without you, it would not be a success. So we're so glad to have ZNS here to be a part of this program.
Again, that is the whistle. The first game is about to start right now. The Abaco Avengers travel all the way from Marsh Harbor, Abaco, and they're about to take on a team out of New Providence. Should be a very good game. Followed by this game will be Grand Bahama taking on New Providence. 2 games on set for schedule tonight. Tomorrow, same schedule. 5 p.m., 7 p.m., and 8 p.m. game. We'll have more updates as this tournament progresses, which is expected to conclude on Saturday. Back to you, Jonathan.
Thanks a lot, Jay. Well, it's all about basketball, and Bimini Team Bahamas left town earlier today for the Central American and Caribbean Bodybuilding and Fitness Championships in the Dominican Republic. It's a somewhat small and inexperienced team, but the talent is there for head coach Raymond Tucker.
During the past year, last year where we were in Mexico, I saw the performance of the other athletes there, and what I see today and what has transpired in the past month and a half. I'm very, very, very pleased that there will be medals that will be brought back for the Bahamas.
Heading into competition, dieting has been a hard but key component for first-timers Bertram Miller and David Dormaville.
You have to know how to prep your own meals. You got to know when to cycle certain foods or vegetables in and out, whether it's vegetables for muscle building and whether you're taking or changing your diet for just for pure cutting or getting competition ready. So it's normally 2 phases, the bulking and the cutting phase that we normally diet for. Key to the whole bodybuilding and competition is being able to prep your food and be able to have the right nutrients in there.
We've been dieting for over, how would I say that, 8 months by now. You know, it's tough, but you know, you just have to do what you have to do, man. We look like we're about to fall asleep, so that's just what it is.
At peak week, your energy is pretty low because based on the diet you're eating as well as the intense cardio, you don't have that much energy. Your energy is at a very low level. So at this point in time, I'm pretty sleepy. I could do with more rest. They say to get 8 hours sleep, but it's impossible because you have to do 2 sessions of cardio a day as well as weight training, as well as ab routines, etc.
The Financial Bowling League on the lanes last night at Mario's. Obina Okpuna had a 2:22 game, a 5:81 set as Deloitte and Touche lost 2 of 3 to the Strike Force. Uchenna Delva a big net as well for Deloitte, a 2:09 game and a 5:19 set. For the Strike Force, Monique Miller a 4:80 set. Tyrone Knowles striking the pins for a 2:25 game and a 5:62 set, but Leno Corporate Services only able to take 1 of 3 from the Moonlight Strikers. Camille Burnside, she had a 2:03 game for Kirky's Ballers, but they also lost 2 of 3 to our ZNS Hill Thrillers. The matchup between the BTC Nighthawks and Rubis Oil Stars, that will be made up at a later date. After 4 weeks of play, the Strike Force continuing to lead the standings at 10-2. ZNS and the Moonlight Strikers tied for second at 7-5. That will do it for sports. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.